Hey guys, Rado here with an Iron. We are on 2020 YZ125X with Keen carburetor and stick. And there's my friend Tim on the YZ125. That's his bike, that's his racing bunch. He has like 40 years riding experience. So it'll be really fun today. We'll do little battles back and forth and we will switch the bikes. And we'll come back here and talk about how each bike felt.
Check out this bottom power 125X with Keen and stick. Like every time in a corner when I just hit the throttle from the bottom, it just comes closer to his bike. Like he really needs to come on the pipe to kind of start pulling away. So check out this corner, how I pass him in a corner, and then just because you know, the bottom power that X has.
Alright my friends, so time to switch. Tim is on 125X and I'm on his straight 125. See how it goes.
Again my friends, check out every time, you know, I come closer to him and we come to a turn. When Tim hits the throttle and the bottom power on the X just pulls away from me, and I do a little bit of bogging. I go through like mid-range, and then when it hits the pipe, the finally bike starts really pulling hard, and I start coming closer to his bike. So every time there's something a little bit more technical, when I'm not really on the pipe all the time, it would take me a longer time to get on the pipe, and Tim on X would always pull away from me.
Alright guys, so we are done riding, and I have to tell you that we had a lot of fun. These bikes are so much fun. So Tim, please tell me first a little bit about your background. How many years do you have on a bike, and what do you usually ride?
It's over 40 years, and I've been riding 125s for about 15 years. Rode 250s a long time ago, and just more fun on 125, so here I am.
Cool. So you also race, right?
Yeah, I race the old timers and Cal V, and just do that for fun, a little bit of REM sometimes.
Cool. So I told you guys in the last video that I will have Tim on the channel, and I was really curious to hear his opinion, because he's been on a bunch of YZ125s and he knows how they feel. So this is 2020 YZX, which is a little bit different, has different ignition, different suspension, slightly different power valve, and also I put this Keen with a stick metering black on it. So Tim, what do you feel about this bike is different? How did you like this 125X?
The X felt really good. It felt, the suspension felt plusher than my bike. It didn't rev quite as high, but it had a little better down low and in mid, and it was really fun to ride. It was really fun. I really liked it.
Cool. Yeah, you know, we had this little battle, and I was little used to the 125X more, because that's what I ride last 5 times here on the track, and it does have a better bottom and a mid. So you know, we had a really nice battle going back and forth, and then when we switched the bike, it took me a little time to get used to this 125 that Tim has, because it doesn't have a lot of mid and bottom, but once you're on a pipe, it revs further, and you can just keep it there for a longer time. It feels different. Like this 125X, it's kind of difficult to always keep it there on a pipe, and it also doesn't rev so high as this other 125. So I kind of think that myself for motocross, I probably prefer just the straight 125, because it's just a little more fun, because you always keep it on the pipe.
You can just hold it wide open, and just you don't have to shift quite as much, just because it'll rev longer. Yeah.
But then it doesn't really pull from the bottom and mid.
Yeah,
so
if you get off the pipe a little bit, it's not coming back. You get a downshift. Whereas on the X, sometimes you don't have the downshift.
Yeah. So Tim, which bike would you choose if you only ride the track? Which one would you choose?
If I only rode the track, I'd have the one I have, the 125. If I was going to do track and some trail, I'd get the X for sure. Mm-hmm. The X is good for motocross, but it's just a little bit better for trail than the race model.
Right. And you know, one interesting thing is that I'm 200 pounds. Tim is like 150. His son is like 195. He also rode it. His son is fast. So he rode it, and the suspension did good for all of us. So it's really surprising. This is completely stuck. We didn't touch it. And you have this wide range of riders, starting from 150 to 200, and different speed as well. And it felt really good for all of us. Would you say so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was surprised how good it felt. And it was probably the sag it wasn't quite set up right for me, but it still felt pretty good. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure a little bit of fiddling with the clickers and adjusting the sag would probably feel better for me. But even just as it is, it felt really good. Yeah, it was really fun.
Cool. Yeah, we had really good time, you know, having these 125s. It just, I don't know what it is, but Tim has his 50 years of riding experience, and he's on 125, so I think it tells something. It's just so much fun. Why are you not on like 450 or 250 four-stroke?
I don't want to kill myself, for one. On a 125, if you land off the jump and do a whiskey throttle or whatever, I'm not going to kill you. On a 450, you know, you're just off in the weeds upside down. So, and the 125 is, because you can hold it wide open more, you feel like you're going faster, even though you're not. You feel like you're really going.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come back home, you just feel that you had really good ride, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of frantic. It's just really fun, especially when you and I are side by side and we're going through the gears. That's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some good moments. Like we were really next to each other, taking jumps together, like flying in the air together. And then we wanted to, I wanted to go inside, and he was outside. But then he switched the lines, or I switched the lines, so we kind of come close to each other. It was really fun battle because we had almost identical bikes, and it was really fun. It was just about which line you take, and it was really cool. So Tim, what do you think? Well, this bike is actually, if you buy it brand new, it's $300 more than normal bike.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of guys that would probably be better off getting this bike, right?
Oh yeah.
Like-
if you're not a full-on racer, I would definitely get the X, because you can race on the X and do motocross on it, but it's a lot more versatile for the off-road stuff.
And how about the younger guys who are not really familiar with riding 125s? Do you think that this one is a little more forgiving and easier to ride?
Yeah, definitely more forgiving. It's really good for sure. A lot easier to ride than, just because it's got more in the bottom. You don't bog as much. You don't have to be holding it wide open to go.
Right. That's exactly how I see it too. $300 that you put toward X 125X, I think is worth it. If you don't ride only the track, if you ride both track and trails, or if you are kind of new to 125, I think this bike is easier to ride. It's easier to get used to this 125 power, and it just easier to have fun. Like, look at me, this is the day number 6 on 125, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having really good time on this 125. So it doesn't take a long time to kind of get into it. I'm not saying I'm good on that bike, but I'm saying that I'm good enough to have good fun and have fun battles with him.
You're doing really good. That was fun. You were turning good and jumping good. You're doing really good.
Thanks. Yeah, it's really fun getting into it, and you can put this bike down, and it just feels so light. So I would definitely recommend you guys to look into getting 125. I feel like just through these 6 days I'm riding 125, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better on the track. Like, I carry more momentum, and rail that ride a little bit more than before, and it just kind of pushes me to be a little better rider.
Yeah, absolutely. And on 125 you have to turn better to get good lap time, so it just forces you to turn, to try harder and to turn better.
Yeah. All right, Tim, thanks a lot for doing this little battle with us today, to being on the channel. I really appreciate that. We can hear from somebody with a lot of experience, and
It was fun.
yeah,
Fun.
it was a great day. Well, we can meet next week after, and do a little more battling here. It's really fun. All right, my friends. Well, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Tim, thanks for coming, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.